Hey, Geometry, Unit 6, Lesson 16, Weighted Averages. That's my dog. Find the midpoint of each side of the triangle. So the midpoint is halfway, right? So I'm going to count, let's see, I'm going from 1 to 7 right here. So the midpoint, that's 6 units long, so the midpoint's going to be right there. Let's see, over here, goodness, these are all nice little, so the midpoint's going to be right there. And same thing here. Okay, it was easy to count that. I didn't have to use the expressions that we developed from the last lesson. But if we wanted to, we could say that it's 1/2 A plus 1/2 B would be halfway between A and B. Okay, we could do that. All right. Triangle medians. So let's look at this student task statement. Your teacher will tell you how to draw. Your teacher will tell you how to draw and label the medians of the triangle in the warm-up. So grab that warm-up and grab your pencil and go ahead and draw a segment from the vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. And then vertex, midpoint of opposite side. Vertex, midpoint of opposite side. Oh, I deleted one. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so you've just drawn the 3 medians. Now, what do we remember about medians? We remember that it's a segment from the vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. We know that these sides of the triangle have been cut into equal pieces. But more importantly, we know that the segment, let's call this dot in the middle O, the segment from C to O in O to M is a ratio of 2 to 1. Here we have a ratio of 2 to 1 and a ratio of 2 to 1. Okay, those are the important things that we should remember from the beginning of the year, right? This number 1 says, measure all 6 segments inside the triangle using centimeters. What is the ratio of the 2 parts of each median? The ratio is always a 2 to 1 ratio. So let's try to find the coordinates of the point that partitions segment AN in a 2 to 1 ratio. We're going to say we're going from A, which is the vertex, to N, and we're trying to find point O, which is a 2 to 1 ratio distance from A to N. Okay, 2 plus 1 is 3. Just like last lesson, I'm going to set up an expression that says I need to go 1/3 of the distance for A and 2/3 for N. So let's find our ordered pairs. So 1/3, A is 2, 1, and 2/3, N is 4, 5. Do some distribution. I have 2/3, 1/3, plus 8/3, 10/3. Add my x ordered pair. My x coordinate is 2 plus 8 is 10/3, and 1 plus 10 is 11/3. Now grab your calculator and turn those into decimals because they're much easier to use. 10/3 is the same as 3 1/3, or 3.33, and 11/3 is the same as 3.6667, which is 3/7, which I didn't give myself enough space, did I? Oh, that's a decimal. So if I go over here and I go 3 1/3, that is pretty close to right there. 3.3 and 3.7. Okay, is right there in the middle. Now the next part says to, so we did that. Find the coordinates of the point that partitions segment BL in a 2 to 1 ratio. BL goes from there to there. So 2 to 1, that means I want to find point O, which is going to be 1/3 B plus 2/3 L. We're going to do this one and then we'll talk. 1/3 B's ordered pair is 6, 3 plus 2/3 L's ordered pair is 2, 4. So we get 6/3, 3/3 plus 4/3, comma, 8/3. That gives us, add the x's together, 10/3, add the y's together, 11/3, which is again 3.3, comma, 3.7. We know that point O is going to be the point that partitions your segments in a 2-to-1 ratio for each median segment, okay? So we finished 3. I don't need to finish 4. I know it's going to be the same answer. So I'm good. All right. Good job. We are actually not going to do the third little topic from this lesson. Okay, it's something that would be really great to do in class together, but not quite as rich here out of class. It's just not as useful. So winner, winner, our lesson is shorter, chicken dinner, and that's it. All right, go ahead and work on your homework, and please email me or text me if you need anything at all, okay? If you want me to work a problem with you, if you just want to chat, doesn't matter, just email me. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye. So talking through this last part, any triangle's medians. The goal is to prove that the medians of any triangle intersect at a point. Suppose the vertices of a triangle are given. 0, 0, somewhere w, comma 0. So the x is w, comma 0. I don't know where. And AB is somewhere a, comma b. No idea. A, comma b. Okay, those are my vertices of my triangle. It could be anywhere. It looks very isosceles. It doesn't have to be. It could be anything. If we played a game in the classroom, each student in the group should choose one side of the triangle. If your group has 4 people, 2 can work together. Write an expression for the midpoint of the side you chose. So let's choose side X, Y, and Z. If I wanted the midpoint of side X, I would do 0 plus A over 2, comma, 0 plus B over 2. So side X's midpoint would be A over 2, comma, B over 2. Okay, side Z, we'd have, add the X's, W plus A over 2, and 0 plus B over 2. So my Z would be W plus A over 2 and B over 2. And then side Y is the same. Y is going to be W over 2 and 0. Okay, so we got each student write an expression. Okay, there we go. Finished and, oh, nope, we only did part 1. My bad. So we did this midpoint for each side. Each student in the group should choose a median. Let's change colors. I'm going to go from here to there. Write an expression for the point that partitions each median in a 2-to-1 ratio. Remember, we have 2 to 1 from the vertex is the 2, the median side is the 1. So if we did that, of course I'm out of space. If we did that, we would have, oh goodness, let's do A, B, C. Big A, big B, big C. So I want CX. I want to know what the point is in the middle. Let's call it P for point. That partitions it. So I want point P is, remember C to P is 2, the ratio 2 to 1. If I add this together, I get 3, but the longest distance, I do 1/3 times the ordered pair at C, which is W, comma 0, plus 2/3 the ordered pair at x, and x was a over 2 comma b over 2. If I distribute, I get w over 3 plus 1, nope, w over 3 comma 1/3 plus 2a over 6 comma 2b over 6. That means that I need 2w over 6 comma 2 over 6 plus 2a over 6 comma 2b over 6. If I add those together, I get the x coordinate will be 2a plus w over 6 comma 2a plus b over 6. If I simplify that, I get a plus w over 3, a plus b over 3. All right, I can do that for the other sides, but my point P is going to be the same. We proved that in the last lesson, that is going to be my ordered pair for point P in the middle. So when I compare the coordinates of the point I found, they are all going to be the same. Okay, explain how these steps prove that the three medians of any triangle intersect at a single point. Because we found the 2-to-1 ratio of each median, and they're the same ordered pair. Okay, that's it. That was a strange lesson, but it's okay. We did it, and you have homework to do now.